Alright guys, it's Enrique here, welcome back to the channel, and for today's video basically want to walk you through the 3 ways in which we grow our Facebook group. And my promise is that if you stick till the end of this video, you're going to learn the fastest way to grow both using organic methods and paid methods, okay? And the first thing that I want to let you guys know is that if you actually do what I'm saying, I promise that your Facebook group is going to be able to grow by at least 100 people per month, worst case scenario, even organically, and you're going to start scaling your high ticket offer really easily. Okay guys, so before we begin, I just want to let you guys know that if you want to get access to the document that I'm using right now, as well as all of my other documents, go ahead and join my free Facebook group with the link in the description. That's essentially one of the ways. Or if you don't use Facebook that much, follow me on Instagram/Twitter and DM me the word access and I will send them your way. These are the links. I will leave them in the description of this video. And make sure to watch this at 2x speed so you can see me talk twice as fast and just move on and start taking action with what you're going to learn in here. Okay guys? So let's start talking about traffic and growth models, because this video is going to explain the different ways in which you can fill your community funnel with leads. Specifically, I'm going to cover the organic ways and the best way I found to fill your Facebook group with paid ads also that you can use, since those are going to be your hottest leads. Okay? So guys, the first way is what I call YouTube and social media traffic, okay? And this is going to be divided in direct growth and indirect growth. This is by far the most powerful way to monetize your audience for the long term, especially if you have some sort of brand or some audience in TikTok or Instagram or somewhere where you basically you have a lot of followers, but in short form format, and you want to monetize that huge audience that you have been building, right? So yeah, this is going to be the best way to monetize your audience for the long term, and developing rapport with your warm leads who need an extra push to jump on a call. This is, of course, because the hottest leads are going to be those people who book a call by themselves from any of the available social media channels. So let's just start with a direct growth process, because this method consists on growing your Facebook group through call to actions and or links from the different native traffic channels. This is the high level picture of how this protocol works. So you have your YouTube content, your Twitter content, now X, LinkedIn content, Instagram content, TikTok, whatever it might be. You drive all of that traffic to the Facebook group. Now, once you have them inside of the Facebook group, you start your appointment setting flows, and then once you book calls and you don't close the prospect for whatever reason, you keep them on the group so that you can have, you can keep the nurturing, essentially. Some examples on LinkedIn, you can have like your featured post, and one of those can be your free Facebook group. This is what I do. On Twitter, you can add your Facebook group in the pinned tweet. On Instagram, you can have like a highlight, or if you really want to double down on your Facebook group, for example, you can have the actual link be the Facebook group. You can have a funnel/landing page example on the thank you page using people to your Facebook group, or the foundational sales letter example, which if you see what we do is essentially, let me show you. Boom, here at the beginning, we have join my free Facebook group to get a bonus mini course. Okay, so people who consume this might end up joining my free Facebook. So that's essentially how it works. Now, in the case of Facebook, if you're using Facebook to get customers, like from your personal profile or from your page, something that you can do, and this is honestly the fastest way to grow organically your Facebook group, is there's a special strategy that grows your group very quickly and consists on adding new friends and directly inviting them to your community or to your Facebook group. If you're familiar with the concepts that we use in this channel, if you're in the organic validation phase and doing any sort of outbound prospecting on Facebook, what you want to be doing is every single day, add Facebook friends from other people's audiences and inviting them to your group every single day. So let's say that you send 25 requests in the morning, 25 in the afternoon. Then what you do is essentially go to the invite button and invite all of the new Facebook friends. Okay, so just as an example, so you can see how this looks like. I typically don't do this because honestly my Facebook group grows really fast just from the content that I do on other platforms. What you would do is go to the invite button. Of course, every single day you add new Facebook friends, and then Facebook automatically pushes the new Facebook friends that you have added. What you can do from here is simply invite them to join. So let's say that you send per day 30 invites. Out of those, let's say that 8 people join, okay? So those people that join, you can refer back to the group setup video that I made, so you can see how you can start tagging them in the welcome post. Then you can start doing the appointment setting flows from there, so on and so forth, okay? Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but very effective. The second way in which you can grow your Facebook group organically is by what I call indirect growth, okay? And this method is going to be realistically the most common one, where you're going to send people from all channels to your YouTube, since this will nurture them and improve reply rates, lead to call book rate, and lead warm calls. And then, you guessed it, every single YouTube video will have a call to action to join your Facebook group, as well as booking a call, etc. So what this process looks like, and this is honestly what I do and what I preach to my clients, is on all of your social media profiles, especially in those where you're doing outbound prospecting, for example, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on TikTok, or whatever, you don't want to directly send people to the group. What you want to do is send all of those people to the long form nurturing platform, which for in every single case is going to be YouTube. Now the beauty is that your YouTube is going to send traffic to the group, okay? So of course this is why it's an indirect way, because it's not like super fast. It's just a matter of getting to people to convert from the outbound campaigns or the paid ads natively in every platform through the YouTube, and then in that sequence of them consuming your long form content on YouTube, they enter your Facebook group. Okay, so essentially what it would look like is YouTube sends traffic to the group, and then inside of the group you can every single time you make a new YouTube video remind people about YouTube. And now that they are inside of the group, again, you start appointment setting flows, which leads people to sales calls. How it will actually look like, or how it works in the description of your videos, is something like this. What I always say, like you saw this video at the beginning, I say, hey, if you want to get access to the document that I'm using right now, go ahead and join my free Facebook group. Guess what? If you actually want access to this, you will have to join my Facebook group, and that way I can get more people inside. Make sense? So as you start to build an audience through your content marketing, you will start filling your audience with people who your group, with people who already know, like, and trust you, and who come to your community after watching a certain video, post, thread, etc. In any of the other platforms, and then through the appointment setting flows, you will start monetizing your traffic. An important note when it comes to YouTube is that you always say in your videos that you have a Facebook group and that they should join if they want a certain asset. Maybe it's one of your micro VSLs, your foundational sales letter, the document presentation, you're using a specific video, etc. Okay? Now, that was the first way, which is simply social media traffic in a direct fashion or an indirect fashion. Let's talk now about the second way, which is booked calls. So let's say that you start using outbound campaigns, or it doesn't matter. It could be from outbound campaign, it could be from an ad, whatever it might be. Then basically you have an appointment setting flow, and then every single time that someone books a meeting with you, regardless of the channel, regardless of the way, regardless of anything, you're going to use a specific email marketing flow to nurture them, and most importantly, to send them to your group. It's not guaranteed that you will book calls with every single person who will join your Facebook group, but it's guaranteed that every single person who books a call joins your Facebook group, which adds up more to the pre-call nurturing and authoritative framing of your calls if you set up the group in the right way. It doesn't matter how you book the calls. It could be through outbound campaigns. It could be from paid ads to a VSL funnel. It could be auto conversion funnel on Instagram, LinkedIn, or whatever it might be. The point I'm trying to make is that using the Facebook group as a nurturing process, both pre-call and post-call for long-term follow-ups in case that you don't close the deal, is where Facebook outperforms every other client acquisition system. And before I explain this workflow, let's do some quick math. Let's say that you book on the lower end 3 calls per week, okay? 3 sales calls per week. And 1 call booked equals 1 new Facebook group join request via automations via Calendly. And I will show you these automations in a second. This means that if you have 3 calls per week, that means that every month you're going to have 12 calls. Every year you're going to have 144 calls, which means that you're going to have 144 group members, okay? Now, let's say that you book 10 calls per week, okay, guys? Which is normal or average following our organic models, and this is specifically for our clients. So every 1 call booked, remember, equals 1 new Facebook group join request via automations with Calendly. That means that if you have 10 calls per week, that's 40 calls per month. So 40 calls per month is 480 calls per year. And guess what, guys? 480 calls per year is 480 people who join your Facebook group, okay? You now have a Facebook group that is filled with 480 leads who have had sales calls with you, guys. And these are always going to be your hottest leads, and they will be consuming your weekly content that you put out. And you can always do re-offers, you can follow up with them, and you can always keep them in your pocket, okay? Because your Facebook group is essentially an email list but on steroids. What you're going to notice is that pretty fast you will be filling your group with hot leads who know, like, and trust you, and this is without you considering other leads who will be joining either from your YouTube content, from posts on other social media, your paid ads if you decide to scale through the paid growth funnel, etc. At any given time, on a week-to-week basis, month-to-month, year-to-year basis, all of these leads who will be consuming your evergreen VSLs inside of your group, via the guide section, your weekly micro VSL content schedule, etc. You're going to essentially be monetizing this audience really, really fast, meaning that you're always 1 action post away from getting clients. Let's say that, again, from those 480 people you book calls with, let's say that you sucked at sales, okay? And you only closed 10%, that would be 48 new clients. That would mean that you have more than 400 people who you had called with, who you didn't close but are now in your group. They start consuming your content. At any time, do you believe that if you make an action post like saying something like, hey, I'm launching this new offer with this special warranty, who would like to learn more? Do you think that out of 400 people who already had sales call with you, and for whatever reason they couldn't buy, do you think that at least another 10% of them isn't going to be raising their hand and become a customer? Of course they will. This is why this is so powerful, because this is long-term thinking in action. Now, here's how you fill your group with these people who book calls. You're going to have a set of reminders and email workflows on Calendly. So the first way is going to be 30 minutes after they book the call. And the workflow is simply saying something like, hey, for first name, and then you say, in case that you haven't, come join our private community for agency owners, click here, etc., and they join the group. So this is the way that is going to work. Let's say that you booked a call from Twitter. You're going to say, sweet man, yeah, just so that the code came through. Speak soon. By the way, check your email. You'll receive some special trainings and resources there. So when they receive this email, they're going to join your group. Make sense? Super simple. And I just want to add this bonus because this is just how you can grow your Facebook group using paid ads. Essentially, the way this works is something like this. You have an ad that sends people to a landing page, which is an opt-in page. And it could be something like offering a lead magnet or something that you already know that converts really well. You simply say, hey, if you want access to this, put your email and your phone number. And then on the thank you page, you invite people to the Facebook group. And in order to join the Facebook group, they need to watch this thank you page. So they click here and they get sent to the Facebook group. And then over here is the request to join. Of course, not 100% of all people who opt in are going to request to join. But still, the opt-ins you can call anyways. And people who opt in but don't join, just you keep them in your email list and you can have a separate email workflow to get people inside of the group. If you want me to make a separate video on email marketing workflows for Facebook group joins, make sure to let me know in the comments. So guys, hope that this video was helpful. If you liked it, like the video and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Just so you guys know, this is video 3 in the series on how to grow, engage, and monetize a wildly profitable Facebook group. If you are interested in continue watching those videos, go ahead and go to the playlist. That said, if you want us to license and manage our client acquisition protocols inside of your company, go ahead to the link in the description where I share over some more details of how that would look like. And that would be pretty much it for this one, guys. I hope that you found it helpful and see you guys in the next one. Bye.